want to touch bases on this topic that Shannon Sharpe had brought up on his podcast, Nightcap. So, quick backstory. If you watch the NFL, you watch the Chiefs games, you have been privy to the coverage of Taylor Swift during the Chiefs games. So, Chiefs are a big team. They have a great quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. They have a great coach, Andy Reid. And they arguably have the best tight end of all times as he's working his way to get there in Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce just so happens to date Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift has been attending the games. And we, as the fans that watch the Chiefs games, definitely know she's there because the broadcast will not let us forget that she is there. Every time Travis does something, it seems like they pan to her. It can be as simple as him making a simple catch. They will pan to her. Doesn't even have to be a touchdown. They're going to pan and see what's going on in the suite with Taylor. And it's funny because Taylor's always like hugging, laughing. Honestly, I think they're tipsy because she like hugs and laugh at everything. Yeah, so that is what's been going on. It has irritated some fans. I do think the broadcast is doing a bit much with their coverage of it, but it is what it is. So that's the backstory on that. So on Shannon Sharpe's podcast that he has with Chad Ochocinco called Nightcap, they do this podcast after games and stuff, and so they were talking about the game or whatever. And I was watching this live when it happened. I can't remember how it got brought up, but it got brought up. And basically, Shannon made mention of no one will move the needle like Taylor Swift moved the needle for the NFL, because a recent study had came out that she had generated $331.5 million when it comes to like digital and print for the NFL since she's been shown since September. And so, of course, Oso Cinco comes and like, I can think of somebody. And he pauses, and then, of course, he does it. He brings up Beyoncé. And here we go. So Shannon is adamant Beyoncé would not move the needle like Taylor. And then, of course, he starts bringing up like concert numbers and all this stuff. And then he even goes as far as saying she's next thing to Michael Jackson. And here we are. So Michael didn't ask to be brought up. Beyoncé didn't ask to be brought up either. And just to be clear, when Ocho Cinco did bring up Beyoncé, he did say hypothetically. So we're not talking about her in current form now because we know she's a married woman to Jay-Z. He was saying hypothetically, like if she was not married and she was dating a high profile player, did not have to be Kelsey on a popular team. If it was like the same situation, basically. And, I understand what Shannon is trying to say and of course he's going to bring up numbers. I don't think numbers always tell the whole thing. Like when we come down to numbers, okay, let's think of the demographics, their target markets. Not even just the demographics of their audience bases. I mean, everyone likes Beyonce. Beyonce is very popular. But Taylor Swift is popular also. And she has a fan base of white women, white girls, white people. It's a lot of white people, if we're just being honest. There's a lot of white people in the world. So just by numbers, yeah, those numbers should be bigger. She has a fan base of a lot of white people. Not saying she don't have a fan base of everyone else, but I'm just saying, like, that's her basis. White people is a lot of white people. So, of course, the numbers should be bigger in that sense. I believe Shannon is off basis. I believe if Beyonce was in the same type of situation, hypothetically speaking, the broadcast would absolutely pan to her just as much as they do Taylor. I mean, even now, if she was come to a game, her and Jay, they get the camera's going to show them, show them being at the game for sure. So, if it was the same situation, they would absolutely try. And I'm saying try because I think Beyonce will be one to try to behind the scenes tell them, hey, you don't have to show me that much, don't be panning to me like that. Taylor, I don't think Taylor cares. I think Taylor loves it. I'm not going to say she don't love it. I'm just going to say she doesn't care. I guess it probably doesn't bother her. She just looks very happy and, very happy at the game. I think, thinks she has a nice, enjoyable drink in her cup, and it makes her very happy at the games. And they look like they be up there in the suite having a good time. But I think Shannon is off basis. Like I said, I get numbers and everything, but numbers don't always tell 100% the complete story. And I just think Shannon is off basis on this one. So, but either way, I'm not a big fan of comparing, like, everybody, everything. Everything doesn't have to be compared. when it comes to musicians, when it comes to athletes. Like, I believe people can be great in their own right. And especially in current day, like, there is enough space for there to be multiple people at the top. I don't believe there can just be one at the top any longer, because it's just too much talent out here. Like, if we were just talking like just the top, big top, like Taylor, Beyonce, other people we can put in that category that's like big like that. Taylor, Beyonce, Adele, The Weeknd. Gotta throw. I was thinking about just singers at first, but Drake kind of sings halftime, so I guess I had to put him in there. Bruno Mars, like big, like it's you see what I'm saying? It's big. It's a lot of big, big talent. I'm biased. I'm an Usher fan, so I'm gonna throw Usher in there, but he probably not as big as them, but you get what I'm saying. It's multiple people that can be up there and be big at the same time. So that's just my opinion on it. Like I said, I think Shannon is off basis. Beyonce would be just as paying as much, but all this really doesn't matter because it's a whole hypothetical. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this hypothetical that will never ever happen?